From the Phantom Studio, somewhere south of Victoria Island, this is NQL, not quite legal, not quite live, but definitely real. And I am your host, David Miller, bringing you the news from music lovers on Facebook. And that news is that today is September 30th, last day of September, and the time in Arizona is currently 8:25 a.m. And the other news is I have brought a seasonal playlist out of the archives. That is autumn. And what I'd like to say about autumn is there's a lot of songs repeated. There's a lot of material to choose from. And I decided to just go ahead and stay with a lot of the stuff that repeats. Mainly because it's repeated by different artists. So there's all sorts of covers for songs relating to autumn. Songs that have autumn in the title. Autumn Leaves, Autumn in New York. So there's a lot of covers, a lot of crooners, but there's also some surprising rock and roll tunes in there too. So bearing in mind this playlist is going to take a little patience. It's a 2-hour playlist, so it's a long playlist. So but there's a really for being a lot of repeats, there's a lot of variety also. So there you have it. That's that news. In the background is I watch a Pro 22 tune My Dream. This is the third iteration. And I chose this because I was thinking I have lots of dreams. A studio, having a real professional studio, I suppose it really is a dream. At one time I dreamt about being a singer in a rock and roll band. I quickly downgraded that to just being able to play an instrument in a rock and roll band. Then I quickly downgraded that again to just being able to play an instrument. That's a dream, is to be able to really play music. Watcha is as I've explained before, computer generated. I choose the instrumentation. I set up parameters for how it sounds, and in some tunes I choose a certain set of notes that will play, and from there Watcha plays a probability game, I guess you could say it. It's not AI, but it will play a certain note, and then it will determine which note is the most probable to play, and it will then play that note. Yeah. So that's kind of how that works. So there's a lot more to it, but I don't really want to get into that. So anyway, I've had lots of dreams in the past. I'm dreaming still. So I've dreamed dreams about running a coffee shop at some point, maybe, with a focus on the homeless and people who can't really afford to go to like Starbucks or something like that, but where they could maybe meet at just a plain basic old coffee shop, just plain coffee, none of that fancy stuff. So that's a dream. So there you have it. Have a good life, and I will see you in the future.